Okay, today is a really specific message for the group of us who are dealing with some sort of chronic pain in our bodies. Also, I would say generally discomfort even being in a human body, okay? Because we are souls, we are pure consciousness, and we have this human vessel, which is so beautiful, but sometimes we can interpret it as being fragile or limited in ways that are frustrating and difficult to navigate and adjust to as a totally expansive consciousness. So, we're going to discuss this today. I'm going to channel on it as I always do. And we're going to tackle some things. I'm also hearing body dysmorphia. I'm hearing trouble being flexible in the body. I'm hearing not really understanding and valuing the concept of human experience in a sense. So, if this is you, stick around. And my goal is really to smooth this out and just also, I hear eradicate it. I am extremely powerful when I do these. So, we're gonna release some major things. Because I'm ready to be finished and done with some of this pain I've been feeling in my body. And I bet that you are the same way. First, we're gonna come to the jaw, okay? And I want you to just focus on your jaw, specifically in the back, and focus on things that come together and apart. There's something about that closure apparatus, the mouth, the opening, and the fact that it expands and contracts. And I'm hearing the dilation. You know what's interesting about the throat is it's very connected to our hips, and our hips, everything within our hips contains our reproduction, our creation. And if you watch my videos on the chakras, on specifically the sacral chakra, you'll understand this more. Now, in the jaw, it's connected to our throat chakra, so where we express, where we're sharing our true self. And if you are feeling blocked in the throat, you're not able to create what it is that you genuinely want to see and experience in the world. But I feel like you're on the very brink of overcoming whatever this limitation is or belief. And you may feel like extreme tension. I hear extreme tension as I'm speaking this. This is the way that I work with light language and Holy Spirit frequency, because we're essentially evicting lower frequency, lower spirit, lower consciousness energy from this part of the body. You know, when we come in as a soul and we don't always know how to inhabit our whole body. And there are some ways that we take up less space in our body because we feel it's actually a very vulnerable experience to be in a body where you can feel things. And in the human experience, it is unique in that as a consciousness, we all start off as individual thought form. And it's so wonderful to be able to have a material experience where you can interact with a material world. You can experience it. You can feel it. That's what's so novel about being a human. At the same time, it can feel harsh or scary, harsh and scary, to be in a body that can break, that you have to take care of, that you have to feed, that you it's like a car this is kind of a bad metaphor, but you know how a car's a machine, right? And you have to do maintenance on it. But your body is so much more intricate. Just and we have culturally this investment or interest in being superhuman, enhancing our body so that it doesn't break, enhancing it so that we live longer, we perform better, we're more vital. It's really interesting because I'm also hearing this debate about what certain chemicals do to our bodies. And I'm hearing this about pharmaceuticals and certain things like peptides now are really popular. And anything for enhancing performance and different sleep aids and different like I'm hearing the sauna and cold plunge, all of these different things, because what we're doing is collectively learning and understanding how to care for our vessels better. And the red light therapy, and we're gonna try so many different things. And then I hear critics of all of these methods saying, well, we don't know, it's let's see what the results are in 10-20 years from now, because some people don't believe in certain therapies or procedures. I'm hearing you can't go wrong with these, especially when you carry the intention that it's meant to help you, because remember, it's your consciousness is deciding the type of experience that you're having. So for example, if you do some sort of treatment, and I'm just thinking of a cancer treatment, for example, and when you get the placebo, the placebo effect is actually really, really strong. And then that has to do with conscious awareness, intention of thought, progression and movement of energy. And that is the same energy that you apply, and you need to be directed in your energy and effort towards your specific ailment. And as a creator, you need to take ownership for what you're creating in your life. So if you're creating a cure for yourself, just create it and be serious about it. You can't have doubts. You can't second guess it. I'm also hearing belief in miracles. It's total absolute faith and surrender. That's what it requires. And that is also what creation requires, is a faith and surrender. That process, it might take time, it might be instantaneous. And then I'm hearing pregnancy, so length of a pregnancy, because I'm thinking about creation again. And when you're bringing souls into the earth, you're creating something for 9 months, and it's part of this adjustment period for you. So depending on what it is specifically that you're healing in your body, there may be a transition time required, there may not be. But that 9-month gestation period is really so wonderful for so many people, new moms, new dads, to get used to what it's going to be like to have a child. So for you, if there's, for example, my hip and lower back have been tight and irritating me for quite some time. I've also had jaw tightness and clenching from TMJ for a long time. And it's been something that I've been working to reduce or to resolve. And you might say, oh, it's hypochondriacism. And I've thought about this too. Like, oh, what if this is just not anything but I don't need to be clenching. I know that. And I want to have function of my jaw and looseness. And it was actually my hip injury that propelled in it a whole spiritual awakening and my interest in alternative holistic medicine. And I wonder if you have a similar experience with something in your life that made you need to rely on faith more. In something different. Something that hadn't been done. And that process, it changes your mindset, it changes your perspective. Okay, so there's something now in the back of the throat or towards the back of the roof of the mouth in that soft palate area. There needs to be a sense of relaxing. Whoa, once I said that, my voice totally dropped into a much lower, more comfortable register. And I'm hearing for you, feeling for you that there's an aspect that you can just relax, like allow yourself to relax, because maybe you've been spun and wound so tight over whatever issue that this has been for yourself. And to allow yourself in your body, in your mind, in your heart to know that it's resolved, that it's resolving, that you don't need to do it alone also. That you can set it up as a background process. And I hear yes, confirmation. You don't have to be so relentless and pinpoint focused. It's almost, I'm seeing like you have all these appointments in your calendar or specific steps and all this whatnot. And it just is, it's like when you're massaging and you reach a knot, and if you press too hard on that knot, it's going to shock the body instead of going gently around it and loosening up the area around it. And that's what allows that tension to release, because you're doing all of these supportive things that make it easier for the knot to unravel. And I think about that in the rest of life, doing all of these other supportive activities. It's like instead of putting your eggs all in one basket, putting your eggs in multiple baskets, and then your eggs hatch, and then and then your eggs just spread that good energy around in all of those areas. And that's more effective than putting all of the eggs in that central area. I think that makes sense. And it does make sense. So instead of doing targeted therapy, we're starting to move to localized therapy so you can relax. Now I'm being brought to the base of the feet and then the neck in your body. Stiff neck, stiff ankle. This is interesting. Wow. So maybe, yes, stretching your neck. Loosening the neck will also make you more mobile, also more able to adjust to different environments and terrains. So more adaptable in your life. And I really do believe that the body is a mirror of truth for what's going on internally with our own process, our own journey of life. Correct. Sakara arata di sedare orati ski fara da dava sidere adare chiro rieta kiritia ortitia. Oh, I'm sleepy. Because we're moving so much energy in this. And you may feel it as well. Vorratikia achuporo ogoite. Ritisa. Artitsa arahasa alaharatsokorida arandidada. And I love this. Love the light language. I love the speaking in tongues because it's just pure frequency. And when you feel it, when you allow yourself to receive and open to it, it's really powerful. Okay, 5 more minutes. And then we're gonna wrap this up. We'll be wrapping up within 5 minutes. Okay, I'm seeing a veil, just a bridal veil. I'm seeing a wedding, but then also I was seeing the mother as well. And I hear passing the torch. I'm thinking of the mother as the original creator. Because the mother, she brings you into the world. She's your first connection you have to this world. That's why mothers are so important. So essential, so central to our lives and our experience. It's not that you have to heal your mother. It's not that you have to change her. It's that you need to accept that you're writing this story on your own now. And it's a new level. Perceived desire. Perceived desire. What does this mean? Of taking charge of your own story, of creating it and writing it yourself. And I hear passing of the torch. Flame, sacred flame, because you're ready for this now in your life. And when you accept this, when you receive this into your life, it's totally going to ignite your sacral space. It's going to give you a fire, a blazing fire. If you can, and you can, and you're ready to hold this within you. And then believe that yes, it's available, it's here for you. This is everything that you have wanted and needed, and you're ready now at this point in your life. And it's so wonderful that you get to take this and start to completely change your story and your journey. And I'm hearing that you this hurts now. You might have given up this, relinquished this ability because you're meant to learn through the process of reclaiming your power and teach other people or share with other people. And teaching looks different for all of us. And perfectionism. Okay, perfectionism is an illusion, it's a hoax. It's going to carry you into an endless, never-ending pit. But I hear of death and doom. Because it's going to distract you. It's a major, major distraction. The pursuit of perfection. Because who's to say that making one change makes you more perfect or less perfect? That's so, so, so subjective. And if you could accept yourself in every moment and not need to chase this elusive thing, it will make you a lot happier and healthier in your body. Because once you reach a certain goal or a goal post, where does the line end and how do you decide what the line is? I mean, your body will tell you, certainly, like if you're someone who's trying to lose weight and well, this is a specific example to me. I know for myself, when I tried to lose weight below the current body fat percentage that I'm at, it makes me really unhappy and my body is like rebels and my mood totally changes. And even when I was on super restrictive or just in a calorie deficit, it was really tough on me. And I decided to change my mindset after that and say, I'd rather enjoy my life. Because say that I did lose this weight, I got down to this certain body fat percentage, then I know that I would gain it back. And I'm already at a healthy weight. And if I just kept pursuing and chasing that, how much would that put me in like a debt or a hole of energy? That's what I'm seeing, like an energy debt to chase that. And I think that's also kind of what body dysmorphia has been teaching me too, because when you nitpick about your body in that way, it gives you energy debt. It produces energy debt because you're focusing and consuming energy that basically goes into this void and you're not even able to create with that. Because it's coming from an energy of lack and the opposite of love and acceptance. And when you can embrace love and self-acceptance, that is where your body receives abundance, nourishment of energy, and I'm seeing all these golden coins spring up and just flowing water and springs of water and money, finances, everything we associate with prosperity, right? And if you can tap into these within yourself, you'll unlock material abundance, because this is really your last corridor of where you've been blocking yourself financially. Wow. Okay, this was such a powerful message. So let that sit, integrate. I love you. I believe in you. I'm so proud of you for where you've come and this point that you are in your journey. Let me know what's resonating for you with this message and any other thoughts that it sparks within you. All right, take care.